Am I an a-hole for admitting that I regret raising my ex's kid after what she did to my daughter? I, 56 male, said something in anger that while at least partially true, maybe should have just taken to the grave. Legally, I have 3 kids, but played a fatherly role to 4. The 2 relevant children to this story is my daughter Michelle, 24 female, her sister Amy, 22 female, and my youngest daughter Kelly, 21 female. Amy is not my daughter, but she and Michelle have the same mother, Jessica. When I was with Jessica, there was cheating on both sides, and the last guy she cheated on me with got her pregnant. After the DNA test proved that Amy was his, he bolted and stopped paying child support when Amy was 5. Jessica really struggled as a single mother, and Amy always felt bad that Michelle had a daddy while she didn't. And Michelle would tell me how guilty she felt. By the time Amy was around 9, I started making really good money and decided to pay a little more than the legally mandated child support and taking Amy with me more. Jessica, Amy, and Michelle all loved this, and by the time Amy was 13, she was calling me dad, which I didn't mind. I thought I was doing a good thing and helping my daughter foster a loving relationship with Amy, and showing all my kids that just because things don't work out doesn't mean you still can't get along. Apparently, I was a little too nice and teaching the importance of sharing too much because Amy got a crazy idea in her head that it was okay to share a man, and Michelle caught her sleeping with Kelly's boyfriend, Jason, 22 male. Amy begged Michelle not to tell and that this was a one-time thing, and Michelle believed her until she found out that Amy was pregnant and eventually came clean. Kelly was distraught and angry at both Amy and Jason while hurt by Michelle. I didn't hide my disappointment at Michelle and have made it a point to tell her so every time we talked. I haven't spoken to Amy in months, but Jessica recently said that I've spent enough time being angry to get over it and called me a hypocrite because I used to be a Jason. I have no delusions about being the perfect partner in my past, but cheating with my family members is not one of my sins. About a week ago, Amy came to my house crying and saying that while she knows she messed up, she really needs my support. She literally came not too long after Kelly cried herself to sleep again upstairs over what Amy and Jason did to her, and I calmly asked her how can I give again what I know regret giving in the first place, then shut the door in her face. I then sent Michelle a text that while I still loved her, Amy was no longer welcomed in my life, and to never bring her to my house. I've calmed down a bit, but I still feel like being involved in Amy's life was a bad choice. So, am I the a-hole?
NTA. When are people going to learn that recreational sexual activity with a family member's partner is a great way to completely burn down their lives? Never, evidently. People won't be forgiving and forgetting that one. And then the guilty one inevitably waves a baby in everyone's faces. Nice try, but no thank you. You made this situation, now be an adult and deal with it without crocodile tears. NTA. I've seen so many people in this subtle parents who have biological children in this situation that they're doing the wrong thing when they treat the sibling who cheated the same and expect the sibling who was cheated on to suck it up and forgive them. I don't know why it would be different just because one of these siblings isn't biologically yours. You are standing up for your daughter who was betrayed by her BF and her sister. You're telling her sister that you don't support her and that you're disappointed in her. Did you maybe go a bit too far in saying you regret raising her? Some people might think so, but honestly I don't. She did an unforgivable thing. Even if she was yours, I feel that you would have some regret as a parent that she ever thought this was okay. Amy made a choice. She made it over and over again. Did she know all of the consequences of her choice? Probably not. Doesn't mean she shouldn't suffer the consequences of that choice. NTA. A lot of people will disagree, but the fact she expected to be treated as if nothing happened when she slept with her sister's BF and got pregnant as a result is crazy. You did a kind thing raising her and helping her so much, but if she is repaying you and your bio kids by doing things like that, maybe it is right to get her out of your life. Plus it sounds like the ex is more concerned you won't be there to financially support her daughter, rather than the fact she is pregnant with her sister's BF's child. Good luck. NTA. A lot of people will disagree, but the fact she expected to be treated as if nothing happened when she slept with her sister's BF and got pregnant as a result is crazy. You did a kind thing raising her and helping her so much, but if she is repaying you and your bio kids by doing things like that, maybe it is right to get her out of your life. Plus it sounds like the ex is more concerned you won't be there to financially support her daughter, rather than the fact she is pregnant with her sister's BF's child. Good luck. I'm sorry, but if my sister, bio or not, slept with my partner and then got pregnant, I would not forgive them. I would cut myself off if my family did not cut them off. How could you? And if they kept the child, how could I face them without hurting? They've intentionally done something to hurt you, knowingly. That's what you can't get over. They definitely knew what it would do. NTA. You are NTA for bringing up Amy and being involved in her life. Now she is an adult, she makes her own decisions and knows sleeping with Jason was not a GD thing, since she cried to Michelle not to tell Kelly. She knows she messed up, but still wants a relationship with you all. She's out of her mind. Got herself even prego. What a mess, even a bio kid would be kicked. My thoughts are with Kelly. Amy needs to just go away quietly, as you are right. She actually made a decision to be cruel to Kelly, knowing just how devastating it would be for her. Jessica needs to STFU because she has been the recipient of your generosity to both her and her daughter with increased child support and involvement in Amy's life, and I'm sure she realizes there's some truth to the saying, blood is thicker than water, and you will no longer be Amy's dad, and all the benefits that come with that. Michelle was put in an awkward position, which doesn't excuse what she did, but probably did not have the maturity to handle it, and while she should be called out for it, I think Kelly will be able to forgive her someday. And, frankly, I may be petty, but if I were Kelly, I would be so disappointed in you if you continue to be involved in Amy's life. Kelly needs you right now, and that is the main part of your story, that you are there for her. NTA. You may have raised all of them, but in the moment your legitimate daughter needs you to side with her and be the support network she will require. Amy is a grown adult that made a series to choice that got her into this mess. All choices have consequences, and messing up her relationship with you and other is one of these consequences. She can't just show up begging for forgiveness, she needs to take the steps to show she worthy of forgiveness, and I say worthy because you don't deserve forgiveness when you hurt people. It's a privilege for someone to forgive you and decide to move on, but also be ready to accept if people don't ever truly trust her again. As for Michelle, she also made a choice to protect one sister and contribute to emotionally traumatizing another. She will have to work to gaining that respect and trust back with her family. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you feel guilty for taking care of her, because if you didn't, this might not have happened. And you may be right, it probably wouldn't have happened. But that isn't your fault. You shouldn't regret what you did, because what you did was good, and while it may have prevented this, it did a lot of good for your daughters and Amy while they were growing up. NTA for saying what you said, but I would rethink it, because you might be using the wrong words for your emotions. But again, I could be interpreting this all wrong, lol. NTA. I get everyone makes mistakes, but deliberately messing with your own family members is a great way to be ostracized and disowned. I guess I have to wonder what she thought the outcome would be. And why her sister's BF. That's a serious low blow. What makes it so much worse is now she's going to have a baby to wave in your daughter's face, so she can be reminded of what her sister did to her every moment she sees that kid. That is the real issue. I wouldn't want to look at any of them if I was Kelly. I think Amy needs to take her kid and Jason and go carve out a life together somewhere else. She engaged in adult games, and now she's about to be a mother. I guess Kelly can be confident knowing that Amy's life is basically a train wreck now that she will be such a young mother. Every waking moment is going to be stuck with the kid, and she gets to kiss her youthful fun 20s goodbye, while Michelle and Kelly can continue to have freedom and fun.